So I'm going to be going over my recommendations for improving Black Hills State University's course registration DSS. So okay, my first recommendation is that DSS utilize more of the screen. The way the screen is set up now, there's constant scrolling from left to right, which is fairly inconvenient and frustrating to use. And mostly this is like the course schedule that appears in the bottom corner. Um, like the size of that window can't be changed and it's just really stretched out. So it's like long and thin, and like all the information is spaced out. So there's really hard to look at the whole picture of what you're looking at. I haven't had any luck seeing all the information I want to see without having to scroll to one side of the other, and I still end up losing some of the information, so I can't look at it all at the same time. Oops. Another of my recommendation is to just increase the size of the header. The header takes up most of the space on the screen, which when already half my screen is taken up by the header, I have half my screen to be able to look at a lot of information and try to pick up, register for the courses that I want. And there's no really useful information in the header. I haven't found any. I don't go looking at the header for information when I'm registering for classes. I'm trying to look at the classes and the class information when I'm registering. So it creates a lot of unusable space on the screen and limits the amount of usable space that is on the screen. Then my last recommendation is to improve the course lookup. So again, there's a lot of irrelevant information. I'm looking essentially just for the classes. I'm not looking for all the information about the professor. That I'm sure someone is looking for that information, but most of the time I'm not. And again, this information is all spread out, so it's in a long, thin line that, again, there's a constant scrolling from left to right. It makes it really difficult. Up and down is a lot easier to scroll than left to right because you got do a lot more clicking and go to the bottom of the page and scroll back up, and it's really frustrating to use. There's also the inability to change the size of the results area. So this results in only being able to see a few results instead of like an overall picture. So I can't very easily compare my selection of options. I kind of just have to look at like the top one and go with that essentially. It just makes for a very frustrating experience. I really dislike having to go use it because I just get really frustrated with a lot of the way that the screen is currently set up. So those are my 3 recommendations, and I'm sure someone somewhere else really likes the way it's set up, but I have a lot of frustrations with it. Anyway, thank you.